It's moving day at the Soviets laboratory.
Thanks again for lending a hand, you two.
Glad to help, Thea.
I'll start loading the truck. Pluto, get out of the way. You'll make me. See what you've done. No more doggy treats for you. This box is as cold and slippery as ice. What's going on? Everything I touch turns to ice. Hey, this might be kinda fun. Wonder if it works on water?
It certainly does.
Typecast.
An instant skating rink. Now that's cool.
Yoo-hoo, Mickey. These beakers go up front. Can you open the door, please?
Sure. Wanna hear something weird?
Typecast.
I can turn things into ice. I forgot.
Mickey, are you all right?
Typecast.
Back off. I'm dangerous. Everything I touch turns to ice. It all started after I broke that bottle of blue stuff.
Oh no. Not so hot?
Not so what?
It was supposed to be the world's first air-conditioned suntan lotion, but I never expected side effects like these.
You can do something about this, Thea, right?
Absolutely. I created the problem. Finding the cure should be a cinch.
How long did you work on Not So Hot, Thea?
Only 6 years.
Now what do we do?
Go on with our lives. Come on, Minnie, I'll drive you home.
Typecast.
Or not.
Oh, lovely day for a walk, Mickey.
Soon.
So far,
Typecast.
so good. No major disasters yet.
But here comes Herb Gladhander. He's won the Friendliest Citizen Award 3 years running.
Mickey, old pal. Good to see you.
Don't touch him, Herb. It's National Snub Your Neighbor Day, remember?
You ignore us, we ignore you.
All right.
Typecast.
Well, goodbye. Nice not seeing you.
Likewise. Hugh,
Typecast.
close one. Can you imagine what might happen if I did touch somebody?
Vividly.
Then let's hurry. Minnie, before we see.
Typecast.
Hey, mister! Cat!
Sherman, dear. Maybe the nice man doesn't want to play ball.
Oops.
That Batman broke my ball!
Wait a minute.
Typecast!
You didn't break his ball. You turned it to ice.
Come on, Minnie. We'd better head for home before I cuss
Typecast.
any further. Trouble.
Look out.
Great howling, horny toads. Sauce. You turned Monu Chartreuse,
Typecast.
full Roadmaster into Danger Convertible Isecchio.
Minnie, go see if Theo has found a cure while I'll make a beeline for home. Before I'm not entirely unwelcome in town.
Meanwhile,
Eureka!
Cast.
You made quite a mess of things. I have enough problems right now. Like how to tell
Typecast.
Mickey I can't find a cure yet. Hopefully no misfortunes have occurred.
But fate was not to be so kind.
Typecast.
My storefront is melting.
Must be an early frost.
Sorry, Sarge, but the water has turned to ice.
Typecast.
That little runt touched my prize ball of horseradish and turned it to ice.
He ruined my handy dandy power plant. My house has no lights or heat.
You should see what he did to my newly painted picket fence.
Doggone it. All I wanted was to be at home and out of harm's way.
Typecast.
But what happens to me instead? I'm off to the hills with rowdy townfolk hot on my heels. But with the icy touch, there is always a reliable way of foiling pursuit.
Typecast.
Presto. On this sad day, I, your mayor, will fire old Irombrich's one final time in memory of its faithful service to our fair burr.
Typecast.
For tomorrow, this old cannon will be carted off to the city museum to be proudly displayed and preserved for prosperity. So without further ado.
Typecast.
Oh my gosh!
Suffering selfish. Old Iron Bridges has suddenly become a tenderfoot and is hightailing it out of here all by itself.
Typecast.
The cannon's turned to ice and is not as heavy as it used to be. The custard works.
The cannon smashed
Typecast.
into the Clutton's glorious custard factory.
Oh, deliver us.
The vats have ruptured. The town will be smothered.
Typecast.
I've got to do something. This is all my fault. I must stop that glutinous goo before something truly terrible happens. For once, this icy touch will work for me
Typecast.
and not against me.
Mickey!
I found a cure at last.
Oh no!
Typecast.
Minnie! You're...
I'm fine, Mickey. And so are you.
Typecast.
Maybe all you needed was a human touch.
Well, I'll be dashed. You're cured. Then what have I concocted in this beaker? Oh dear, once again I've had the right idea. With the wrong result.
Hear that? Sounds like Jiro's had another brainstorm.
Let's hurry past. Yeah, it's not wise to be around when Shiro's working on one of his wacky experiments.
Oh my, you can tell for the others. Hey, quick, is it last week or only yesterday?
It's Tuesday. Uncut Donald. Why?
Drat, that means it's still today.
Typecast.
Jiro's blown me up 5 times and he still hasn't sent me through time.
Through time?
Yeah, and if he ever gets it right, I'll be rich. You, Donald,
Typecast.
are you in here now or yesterday? Bad news, Gyro. We'll have to try again.
Yar. Try what again?
Why, my new
Typecast.
invention, Boy's a miniature personal time travel helmet. It's for short time hops around the house.
Huh.
Consider the housewife who gets so caught up in a soap opera that she burns dinner. With this helmet, she can pop back 1 hour and take the roast out on time. Or the guy who oversleeps because he stayed out too late at the bowling alley. With this helmet, he can pop back in time a few hours and leave for work on time, while he's still asleep.
Very funny, Uncle Donald. But time travel is a serious science.
I know that, you little killjoy.
And I'm going to be seriously rich. In return for helping Gyro test the helmet, I get exclusive rights to sell it. Selling's no fun. I'm only interested in making the helmet work, but I can't seem to work out the bugs in the power grid. An energy surge could result in a much longer time hop than is safe.
Typecast.
That's not your only problem, Uncle Donald. It's dangerous to jump through time without being inside a time machine.
Now what are you babbling about?
Without the protection of a vehicle, you might materialize at a time when something else occupied your landing spot.
Yeah. So,
Well, what if you went back a month and Gyro had a
Typecast.
workbench standing there? Or if a power surge sent you back a few years to when a tree was growing in that spot? You'd materialize inside the object.
Typecast.
It might not be healthy.
gracious. He might even explode. I can see now that we'll need to conduct these experiments in a place sure to be clear of obstructions, no matter how far back in time the subject travels.
The subject agrees. How about the middle of a field?
There might have been a
Typecast.
forest there a few hundred years ago.
A mountaintop.
A mountain might have eroded away a dock, heights worth in a few centuries.
Gyro, what's the maximum range of your machine, even with the worst malfunction?
Oh, about 5,000 years.
Then the only safe spot is
Typecast.
Stonehenge.
Stonewich?
It's an ancient circle of stone menhirs built in England over centuries ago. It's probably a solar observatory designed to mark the passing of the seasons. Surely no tree or structure would have been inside the circle in all that time.
But move all this equipment to England?
Typecast.
I'll pay to move it. I'd rather be broke than exploded.
We now travel ahead 1 week in our own instant time machine to a pre-dawn morning on the Salisbury Plain in southern
Typecast.
England. To Stonehenge, where prehistoric Britain celebrated mystic rituals now lost in the haze of 50 centuries.
It's still too dark to see.
Yes,
Typecast.
but you chaps promised to be done with your experiments before the tourists start arriving. What will you use to power that gizmo?
This solar collector will harness the sun's power.
Typecast.
And if we need more, I have a generator in my mobile lab out there.
Do you get a lot of tourists here?
Blimey, yes. And not only to see Stonehenge either.
Typecast.
This is also the region where King Arthur lived.
Really?
Quite so. King Arthur and his gallant knights of the Round Table once galloped on magnificent steeds over this very countryside, performing legendary deeds of valor. Camelot is said to have stood on Cadbury Hill, just west of here. From there, the king of all the
Typecast.
Britons launched his quest for the Holy Grail.
Wow.
The legends say that Stonehenge itself was magically built by Merlin, though actually it was already 3,500 years old in Arthur's day.
Okay. We're all set. Remember, if we do succeed in sending you through time, the helmet is set to automatically
Typecast.
return you in 5 minutes.
We still don't think this is a good idea.
Once you've arrived, check the date on the helmet's chronometer so you'll know when it is.
Typecast.
Today's September 22nd.
The autumnal equinox. An interesting day to visit Stonehenge.
I'll adjust the solar collector so we'll have power as
Typecast.
soon as the sun rises.
Here it comes.
And when it comes the era of affordable time machines, from Donald Duck and Company, throw the switch, Gyro. We're almost at full
Typecast.
power. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, I felt something, but I don't seem to have gone anywhere. Drat, you're still
Typecast.
here. I failed again.
Thank goodness.
Maybe if I hook up the generator and... Hey, where's my mobile lab and all my inventing
Typecast.
tools? And where'd that know-it old guy run off to? He must have hopped in your lab truck and taken off, the crook.
But where's his Jeep? He couldn't drive both
Typecast.
vehicles.
Maybe he had an accomplice. Come on, let's get after them. No one's gonna wreck my chance to get rich. Where's the main
Typecast.
road we came in on?
And where's the fence?
And the parking lot.
And the tourist center.
You must have driven out the back exit,
Typecast.
Gyro.
Pull over and ask that farmer for directions.
Hey, buddy. What's the quickest way to the main highway to Amesbury?
Typecast.
I have a bad feeling about this.
No reason for you to feel bad just because that guy has a bad case of T-nerves. They drink that stuff like crazy over here, you know.
Typecast.
Man, he's really booking. Say, maybe he's jumpy because he's the crooked guy's accomplice. We better follow him. Uh-huh. There's a bunch who can tell us where we are.
Typecast.
All they have to do is check their fancy maps and compasses.
Who are you talking about? I'm Donald.
Why, the local chapter of your precious junior woodchucks, of course.
Typecast.
Looks like they're holding a woodchuck young boy down there.
Don't drive up to it, Gyro. It's an armed encampment.
Armed? With what? Woodchuck guidebooks. The British edition can't be any more irritating than the Duckburg version.
Ailey? From whence did the Saxons get such a fearsome metal chariot?
Relax.
Typecast.
The fool has no foot soldiers to back up his attack.
Open up in there. We've got some of tea. Star generals from the colonies badly in need of direction.
Typecast.
No, I'm Donald.
Gosh, those British woodchucks are a rough lot. Kinda big for their age, too. Hey, take it easy. Dog on it.
Typecast.
I'm beginning to think you kids were right and something strange is going on.
Yeah, really strange.
What's all this then?
Saxons,
Typecast.
my lord. They approach the ramparts of Camelate as brazen as an entire legion. These are not Saxons, nor Angles, nor Jutes, nor any of those
Typecast.
other northerners who invade our lands laden with ale kegs and bad manners. Who be they in truth?
The question is, who are you, pal?
Fool!
Typecast.
You stand before our curious Rothamas, warlord of Demonia, last descendant of Lucius Castus of Rome.
Silence, Martin.
Typecast.
Your singing always makes my head throb.
What's it say, Dewey?
Brace yourself. That's King Arthur himself. The other guy's
Typecast.
Merlin, and we're in Camelot. They're using the original Celtic names. Congratulations, Uncle Donald. You've gone back in time 15 centuries.
Typecast.
We all have somehow.
And without the tools Gyro needs to send us home again.
You mean that flea bag in the smelly bear rug is the King Arthur?
What a rude person.
Truly, he is a Saxon.
Forsooth. Off with his head.